Git episode 1 git-new will write a bash script that will help us create a new Git repo with required readme, gitignore, and any other thing that we need. So we'll start with writing a function git-init. That'll be the base of all our logic. The name of the repo will be passed to it. So hence repo.init $1. It'll get the path of the present working directory as it will use it to check various things. So first thing I'll check is if the required Git directory is already present, and do it by checking the presence of .git subdirectory within it. So let's do one thing. Let's extract this dir repo.init, the absolute path. Before that, let's set the file type of it to bash, so we get a proper color coding and autocomplete feature from Vim. So okay, let's assign the base to the int repo to repo path. We'll create a local variable for that here. This helps us use it in our messages and elsewhere. So if it's already present, we won't be doing a git init for it. If it's not, we'll be initializing the Git repo as well. Git init, the repo.init. This will make sure that our Git repo is present. Then we'll change the working directory to the repo.init, and we'll check if our required files and other things are available in it, like readme.gitignore that we are dealing in this example, and other ones that you might want to add to it. So if the readme.md is not present already, we'll call a git readme function that will add on later. We'll check if .gitignore is not present. We'll call a similar gitignore function. So now we are done with the base calls. Now let's add git readme and gitignore functions. Before that, since the example is git-new, we'll change the function into git-new. So git readme, we'll be adding the placeholder for now, and gitignore. Now that we have placeholders, let's start adding to these. What this will do is, if no parameter has been passed, we'll create a gitignore from scratch. You'll be using cat for this. So let's close this with gitignore. So anything between the gitignore apparition and the base gitignore will get added to that .gitignore file, and if a parameter has been passed or a list of it, those will be appended to the .gitignore file that already present. So we can add custom gitignore and anything dynamic. Now that we're done with it, let's add git readme. So same with this, if any parameter is passed, that will be used as a description. What we'll do an extra bit here is we'll prepare a readme for, that will be the project name, using the repo.init value. So using sed, what we'll do is for any hyphenated or underscored places, we'll add a space instead and uppercase the following character, and also the beginning character would be uppercased. And then after that, we'll remove any character that is not alphanumeric. So this will make sure that anything that is not alphanumeric gets selected and is removed with a space. And say in some edge cases that we are not checking here, in sub empty, we'll simply use this dir value. And similar to gitignore, we'll create a readme.md file. The heading would be the readme for project name that we got, and then anything that you want as a custom bit. Now that it's done, let's add the final part. Needs at least one variable, that will be the repo.init. Otherwise it'll spit out the usage directive and exit with an error. We pass the first parameter to git-new. That was our git init function. Let's test it out. We have a hyphen and underscore. It's a Git Repo. It's README.md. We have pluginator properly cased. Gitignore. That's there as well.